Start with Bob's Lager. It's a dark American style lager brewed with Copenhagen lager yeast. Has a little bit of wheat in there that I like to incorporate in a lot of things. I think wheat is a great malt to use. It can be used in any recipe, in small amounts or in large amounts, depending on how much you're looking for. But it benefits in a lot of ways, in my opinion. Number 3, Sergeant. It's a West Coast style IPA, so it's going to be very bitter, very hoppy, with a little bit of a malt backbone to it. We're working with 5 different varieties of hops on that one. So a lot of those come from here locally, the ones that they grow here. Blue Snow Porter. It's a blueberry white chocolate porter with Ghirardelli white chocolate and a blueberry puree that we add once beer is done fermenting. What we'll do is we'll ferment it out and then bring down the temperature, which allows all the yeast and everything to drop out. And then after that, we'll add those blueberries and white chocolate, really just to preserve as much of that flavor as we can. Number 5, barrel aged Lost Dogs is a dark Belgian that aged inside of 8 feathers, bourbon, and whiskey barrels for about 8 months. It's big, boozy, slightly sweet, dry, Belgian ale. Definitely the biggest beer we've made to date, and one of my favorite styles in beers overall. Number 6, Bare Naked American Wheat. Just a clean, basic wheat beer, about 50% Pilsen, 50% wheat malt. We ferment that with an American strain of yeast to help. It really just lets the wheat and the malt shine through. Number 7, Pilot Peak Pilsner. Just a super clean, super light, mildly bitter, low alcohol beer. A good gateway beer whenever somebody comes in and asks for our lightest beer. That's generally what they'll be served. Number 8, Mash Tun Slumber Party. It's a Belgian ale with sour Belgian ale with cherries. The only sour that we have on, 5.8%. It is very dry, and Number 9, the Red Letter Day Lager. It is a very bitter, high gravity, malty, boozy beer. Something that you don't see a lot of. I think it's very out of style. Generally, lagers are not that high alcohol content, nor are they that bitter. And the recipe is a little untraditional for a lager as well. Most of the time, lagers are going to be brewed with a Pilsner-based malt, a lighter-based malt, whereas this is a pale ale-based, something more suited for IPAs or porters, styles of that kind. It appeals to a lot of people, I think, because of the gravity and bitterness, and just because it's so different. Number 10, the Nebulous is a New England style IPA. Known for their low IBUs, their cloudiness, their appearance, their unfiltered, hazy, as some people call them, which contributes to a lot of mouthfeel. And we achieve that with large amounts of oats and wheat, and then the yeast strain that we use as well. We pick a strain that doesn't flocculate as well, it stays in suspension. And again, the wheat and the malt also contribute a lot of proteins. It's a beer that's usually produced a little quicker than most. And again, because of that appearance, and also because it's an IPA. IPAs in general, any style of IPA, it's not a style that you want to age. They're a style that you want to drink fresh, quickly, because the hops, that is a flavor that will diminish. So the turnaround time is usually quicker as well. It's our best-selling beer, and people love it. Number 11, the McGillicuddy's Reek. It's a dry Irish stout. So same thing as, again, it's the same style. Except not on nitros, it's just carbonated with CO2. It's, even though it's a pretty basic recipe, it's easy drinking, it's a nice beer. It's something that pairs well with a lot of things, and a beer that we have been using and blending with coffee beans. So once this keg actually is below, we have a coffee version of that to put on tap after it. Number 12, the Dry Creek Golden. That particular beer is really all about the yeast, and it's just a good example of what a strain of yeast can do to a beer. It's a very simple recipe: one type of malt, one type of yeast, and one small hop addition. And so all the flavor from that beer is coming from that yeast. You know, you could make that same beer with an American strain, and it would be a completely different beer. It's something that's fermented a little bit differently. We actually let that beer free rise, meaning we let it get as warm as it wanted it to. Normally when we ferment stuff, it's done within a specific temperature range, depending on the yeast. They like or don't like higher temperatures, and so we'll maintain whatever temperature that they do like, that we choose it to be. Whereas with that one, we let it rise. It's a Belgian strain. They do like the warmer temperatures. They can tolerate that. So it was something that started off at around 68 degrees and rose up to about 78 degrees during its fermentation. And again, that just helps with that yeast character. Probably my favorite beer up there. And it is a beer that we will have a Merlot barrel-aged version of fairly soon as well. Number 13, the Irie Elf is a hazy red. I would consider it a New England style hazy IPA. It was, again, it's another one of our beers that has a very uncommon style. I personally I've only seen a few hazy red IPAs, and it does well in our lineup, I believe, because it is a beer that's in between our other two IPAs. So it's not quite as bitter as the Sergeant, but it's more bitter than the Nebulous. Nor is it quite as hoppy as the Nebulous, but it definitely has some hop flavor and character to it, and then it has a little bit of color, has a little bit of malt flavor to it as well, that you're not going to find in the Nebulous that you would in the Sergeant. So it's a beer that's fermented with the same yeast as our Nebulous. Those two beers are the only beers that we ferment with that particular strain of yeast.